Hey, everybody, I'm Rich G.
And I'm BJ Flagg, and this is episode 351, Mastering Client and Employee Balance. We're so excited about this topic because
Yeah,
we all bump into it in our businesses.
yeah, it's funny. This is our first episode after 350, which was our 7 year type of thing. So we're excited
Yes.
to branch off and so welcome to another episode of our Best Small Business Show, where we help you navigate the complexities of running a successful business. Today, we're going to be tackling a critical topic: how to successfully juggle clients and employees. And BJ, we talk about this all the time.
Oh my gosh. Every time before we really get rolling, I always say to Rich, I've got to tell you something. And I have to share
Yeah.
for a minute. So we know all entrepreneurs are running into this, whether it's a vendor, a client, a employee, it's happening. And, managing clients and employees effectively is crucial to the success for any small business owner. Let's dive into the four actionable steps you can help you strike the right balance. And that's key, the
Yeah.
right balance. And we'll finish with two fantastic book recommendations that give you a bit of a deeper dive. So, Rich, get us in there.
Okay, well, number one is prioritize clear communication. And as a coach, I can't say this enough. Communication is one of the major faults of almost any problem in small business. Effective communication is the foundation of managing your clients and your employees. You need to be clear, you need to be consistent and transparent, because it helps prevent misunderstandings and it builds trust. It builds trust with your clients and it builds trust with your employees. So here's how you can enhance your communication.
Yeah. And I think in a lot of respects, you're getting into that area of behavior, introvert, extrovert, hard client, easy client. Does everybody understand his cadence? Do they understand how to work with him? There's so many things that you bump into. Am I right, Rich? I mean, you
Yeah,
find that.
I talk a lot in my coaching about spectrums, about how,
Ah,
let's talk with clients. You might have an angry client because there's something you or one of your techs or someone did wrong.
mhm.
So your client is angry. Or you have a client who's a jerk, who's just looking to make up some issue or problem. And they want money back or extra work or something. And there's that
Yeah.
spectrum between the two. And it's really finding out, what is it your fault? Is it their fault? Are they trying to hoodwink you? What's going on?
Right.
Clients. And the same thing happens with employees too.
Yeah. And let's look at it from the two different sides. If you think of with clients, regularly updating them on the project progress, listen to their feedback, address concerns promptly. Using tools like, we use a project management software to keep everything on the same page. That's essential. We find that with clients, you really need to be on that same page. With employees, you're on that other side of the scope where you should hold regular team meetings, have one on ones, use communication platforms. We use Slack. We go back and forth all day just to keep the lines of communication open. And obviously, encourage a culture where feedback is welcome and acted upon. You're a team, be a team.
Yeah, and that's the first thing I tell a lot of my clients. You need to have open communication and an open door policy for any of your employees to come in and going, I really don't like that we're doing this, or I don't like how you spoke to me, or I don't
Mhm.
like how the client spoke to me, or so, because you're dealing with human beings and everybody's all over the map with feelings all the time. And especially, I think after COVID, it's gotten even worse. But With clients and employees, if you use communication effectively, you're going to lower the amount of problems and issues that you're going to have.
Yeah, and a famous coach once told me, Rich G, lead lead with the solution in mind. So instill that in your employees. Come to me with a solution. Come to me with a solution. As whacked out as it might be, we're going to have a discussion. We're going to get it to happen. So I always kind of remember that.
So, BJ, what's our second one? What's our second
It
action?
is set clear expectations. So setting clear expectations from the very start can prevent many of these issues we're talking about from arising. This applies to both your clients and your employees. You bump into this a lot when people are describing things to you and you say, what was the expectation on that?
Yeah. Expectations are huge because you're setting, like I call them rules, business rules right up front. With employees, it's like, I need you to be in the morning. I need you to work 8 hours. I need you to do this. And you set these rules up. So everyone's on the same page. There's no misconceptions. There's no misinterpretations. Everybody knows what's going on. And with clients, it's having set contracts and that sort of thing. So with
Yeah.
clients, clearly define the scope of work. Clearly define any kind of timeline, deliverables, deadlines, and any other critical details in your contracts or agreements. This helps manage their expectations and reduces the risk of scope creep. And I almost tell all of my clients to go overboard on this type of thing. I mean, when I work with a client, I send out a welcome packet that's like 14 pages long. And there's a lot of stuff in there, but it's important. And I tell them, sit down, take a half an hour, 45 minutes, and read this because we're going to have a relationship for a long time. And I want you to clearly understand what's going on. Now, with your employees, it's about the same thing. You want to outline their job role, their responsibilities, performance standards, and company policies. That's more important today than ever, telling them exactly what's right and what's not right. Ensure your team understands their expectations and how their performance will be measured. And again, it's getting back to the communication where you should be meeting with them on a regular basis because they're like a plane. They're off course 90% of the time. So you're getting them back on course by small little movements and stuff.
And I really kind of feel too that everything that you could do to help focus everyone is the best way to do it. So
Yeah.
I think that's great. Lead us into number 3.
Number 3, develop strong problem solving skills. This is so important. Inevitably, issues are going to rise. Problems are going to creep up and bite you. So developing robust problem solving skills is essential to address these issues swiftly and effectively. You're going to get angry clients. You're going to get angry employees or disgruntled employees. So what you need to do is be able to solve those problems. And BJ, you were telling me about how you deal with this.
Yeah, and it's hard not to be reactionary. It's hard, but really with effective skills, you're set. Your path will be nice and straight. You just need to remember, don't jackrabbit. Lean back on those great processes you put into place. Think about your clients. When a problem emerges, address it head on and analyze the root cause, collaborate with your team to develop solutions, and communicate your plan with the client. Keeping them informed quickly, whenever you can, shows that you're proactive and committing to the solutions. Isn't that right, Rich?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I tell people to do is look at, you're not going to have 50 million problems from clients. You're going to have 5 to 10 common problems that clients are going to talk about. be prepared with solutions for each of those 5 or 10 problems. Those 5 or 10 problems make up like 80 to 90% of all problems. You do have
Yeah,
the ones that come out of nowhere. Like,
I
I
know.
don't know, but the if you could come up with solutions ahead of time, like if A happens, we do B, and it's locked in. It makes it so much easier to deal with client problems when you have a
Yeah.
process in place.
Absolutely. And think about your employees. If you foster that problem solving culture in your team, it is amazing. You encourage them to come forward with problems and potential solutions, as I mentioned earlier. This helps resolve issues very quickly and empowers your team and also promotes collaboration. So, it's good to use, don't have to go all the way up the chain of command.
Yeah,
Let everybody get involved in this.
yeah, and with employees are even simpler. There's like 5 things that employees get angry about. So you can prepare scripts or solutions for these issues.
Yeah.
An angry employee, an employee that's acting out, an employee that's coming in late. There's only like 5 or 6 issues, and what you could do is you set it. But the most important thing, and I'm saying this, is that you need to be consistent when you're dealing with employees. You can't treat other employees
Right.
with different gloves than other employees because they'll notice that very quickly.
Oh,
So,
they sure do. They
so
sure do.
BJ, bring us in with our fourth and final area that we're going to talk about today.
It's all about balance. I need you to balance empathy and accountability. So, those two things, balancing those is crucial when managing people. It helps you build strong relationships when maintaining high standards. So, this is an area where you, as an employer, need to be extremely consistent. Just like Rich said,
Yeah.
it's a balancing act.
Yeah, it's funny because when I talk with clients and they have client issues or even employee issues, I have to teach them to say, I can't do that, but I can do this. And being able to say no in a way that you're coming out firm, but you're again balancing empathy and
Mm-hmm,
accountability.
mm-hmm,
It helps you build that strong relationship with your client because the client will appreciate it if you go, I
mm-hmm.
can't do that. I can't do that.
Oh,
That's
oh yeah, and speaking directly,
yeah,
they appreciate that. They really do. They appreciate you having a very direct response with an effective solution and moving the conversation along. They appreciate it. They're busy. They don't
yeah.
need to be sitting there worrying about this one thing.
So with clients, you need to show empathy by understanding their needs and concerns. And that's a huge thing. Just let them talk. Just listen to them, listen, let them just run out. And at the same time, though, hold them accountable to agreed upon terms. Again, the more you're flexible, the more they're going to push you. This balance helps maintain a professional and respectful relationship. You know when a client is asking for too much and you need to push back. Now, with employees, you need to have empathy for their personal issues and challenges. Things do go wrong in people's lives, things do crop up. However, maintain accountability by ensuring they meet performance standards and adhere to company policies. I had a client who had employees, this one employee that came late all the time, but she always had an excuse. Oh, I missed the bus. Oh, my mom's sick. Oh, I'm not feeling well today. Oh, and again, everybody has this virtual savings account. If it's in the plus mark, that's fine. But if it starts to get into the negative balance, you need to talk to them because, again, other people are seeing this. So having this balance creates a supportive yet high performing work environment. So you need to balance it.
Yeah. And really when you look at it in retrospect, they're also looking at you.
Yeah.
They're also looking at you. So take a little bit of an accountability path trip and kind of look at yourself and see what's going on.
So, BJ, what's our first book recommendation?
Well, you need to deep dive into some of these strategies. Here are two books that offer valuable insights. Crucial Conversations, Tools for Talking When the Stakes Are High by Carrie Patterson and Joseph Grinley and Ron McMillan and Al Schweitzer. A lot of people got involved in this one. This book provides powerful techniques for communicating effectively with high stakes situations. It's an excellent resource for really improving your client and employee reactions.
Yeah. And our second book is The Dysfunctions of a Team, a leadership fable. And this is by Patrick Lencioni. Patrick's book offers a compelling look at teams, common pitfalls, and how to overcome them. It's a must read for building and maintaining a high performing team. This is a great book. It's wonderful.
And, just remember clear communication, setting those expectations, problem solving, and balancing empathy with accountability is your key to success.
And that's a wrap. We invite you to share this episode on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok with the hashtag The Best Small Business Show.
And thank you for tuning in. If this episode has been valuable to you, take advantage of future insights by subscribing, follow, share with other budding entrepreneurs who can benefit from it. Your support helps us reach more people and make a more significant impact.
And if you want to learn more and talk to our team, contact BJ at newernew.com for all of your brand marketing needs. And you can find me at richg.com if you need a business coach to help you grow your business.
Thanks for our editor and producer, Richard Scalzo, and have an unbelievable week. And I'll catch you later.